Hey, mystical wolf soul tribe, welcome in, beautiful souls. This Taurus new moon feels different. Right before this new moon peaks, we have Mars conjunct Chiron in Aries, and wow, that energy is gonna feel like Spirit is pressing on an old wound one final time before asking you to plant new seeds. Something could be surfacing emotionally around anger, rejection, identity, confidence, self-worth, or even exhaustion from constantly having to survive. Mars in Aries wants action. Chiron says you cannot build a peaceful future while still bleeding from the past. And then only about a half an hour later or so, less than half an hour, the new moon in Taurus arrives. It almost feels like the universe is saying, what are you ready to stop fighting for and start building instead? This is not chaotic manifestation energy. It feels like the grounded manifestation energy, slow, intentional, rooted. Taurus does remind us that abundance is not always loud. Sometimes abundance is about safety, rest, a regulated nervous system, a stable income, healthy love, a peaceful home. Feeling secure within ourselves again, within yourselves again. The new moon may especially highlight self-worth, finances, stability, the body and nervous system, long-term goals, emotional security, releasing survival mode, because Mars and Chiron happens first. Many people may notice emotional triggers surfacing before clarity arrives. Some may feel irritated, emotionally restless, sensitive, or maybe even suddenly aware of where they've been overgiving their energy, and Spirit is showing us what hurts before showing us what can heal. Now remember, beautiful souls, the exact timing of this new moon will vary depending on what country and time zone. So always check on your local astrology timing if you want the precise energetic peak where you are. But energetically, this feels like a powerful portal for rebuilding your life differently, not from pressure, not from fear, but from alignment. So let's dive in, beautiful souls, and see what you are planting during this Taurus new moon cycle. Alright, mystical soul tribe, thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Your underlining energy here is the Seven of Pentacles. It almost looks like emotions, and it looks like portal energies, like she's looking towards this portal. But yeah, let's dive in here. Spirit is really talking about long-term growth here. The underlining energy, I feel like this is confirmation for many of you regarding the seeds that you have been planting for a long time now. Some of you have been healing quietly, rebuilding quietly, manifesting quietly, and Spirit saying you do not have to give up right before the harvest arrives. It's almost like this patient energy. She's like patient there in this rough water. We see the Seven Pentacles, and she's looking towards that golden light, that portal energy. Taurus energy doesn't rush, right? It builds slowly, but it builds sustainably. The word doesn't want to come out. You get what I'm saying. But I also feel like Spirit is saying, stop comparing your timeline to everybody else, because some of you have been feeling discouraged, wondering, when is it my turn? When will things finally stabilize? When will I finally feel safe? But I feel like this new moon feels like a turning point where the seeds you've been watering emotionally, spiritually, financially, or creatively are finally beginning to take root beneath the surface. Right. What seed are you being called to plant? Now we do have this beautiful Six of Cups here. Well, okay. And Spirit may be asking many of you maybe to reconnect with a softer part of yourself again. Some of you have been stuck in survival mode for so long that you forgot what genuinely makes your soul happy. Six of Cups is about innocence. It's a nostalgia. It's healing. emotional healing, childhood dreams, soul connections, creativity, and returning to authenticity. For some of you, I feel like this new moon is asking you to revisit something you abandoned. Maybe it's a dream, a creative gift, spiritual practice, inner child healing, reconnecting with people who feel emotionally safe. I'm also hearing here that your future abundance is connected to your emotional healing, which is very interesting because Taurus rules value and self-worth. The Six of Cups is saying that you cannot create a beautiful future while rejecting parts of your past that still need love. Beautiful souls, when we are done here, we will be diving into your timestamps for extra messages. Do stay tuned. And everything here will be leading up to this. All right, here we have what needs more stability. We have this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, this masculine energy here, looking at his pentacles, almost looks like he's counting his pentacles. And what the Spirit is saying is actually heavily emphasizing independence, security, confidence, finance, and self-sufficiency. So some of you are being guided to stabilize your money, your routine, your health, your peace, your boundaries, your energy output. Nine of Pentacles is that luxury energy, right? But it's earned luxury. This is not fast manifestation. This is that long-term success built brick by brick. And honestly, I feel Spirit wanting many of you to stop underestimating yourselves, because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who finally realizes, I actually can create the life I've been dreaming about. This card also feels connected to the nervous system healing, learning that peace is safe, learning that slowing down is safe, learning that rest does not equal failure. All right, what is blocking your growth? We have the Five of Pentacles, and this is quite powerful confirmation that perhaps it's actually a very beautiful Five of Pentacles. The biggest blockage here feels like a scarcity mindset, fear of instability, fear of rejection, fear of not having enough, or constantly expecting things to go wrong. Some of you may have unconsciously still be operating from old wounds connected to abandonment, feeling alone, financial hardship, emotional neglect, feeling unsupported, survival mode. But remember, Mars is conjuncting Chiron, which is happening right before this new moon. So what I'm hearing is Spirit may intentionally be bringing these wounds to the surface so they can finally be acknowledged, healed, instead of suppressed. The Five of Pentacles is also that you're not meant to build your future from a place of fear anymore. And I really feel feel the emotion here. Because some of you became so used to struggling that receiving peacefully almost feels unfamiliar. What can you nurture for this abundance? We have the Two of Wands. Expansion energy. Spirit is asking you to nurture your vision, your future, your plans, your confidence to move beyond what feels familiar. Some of you are meant to start that business, launch that channel, travel, relocate, invest in yourself, or maybe it's just finally taking the next step towards your purpose. The Two of Wands says your abundance is connected to your courage. The Taurus energy can sometimes resist change because it likes comfort and predictability. But Spirit's like saying here, do not let comfort become a cage. Wow. Okay, Nine of Cups. And the Sun. This one is one of the most beautiful combinations you could receive. Amazing that I bumped that card. I didn't even realize, wow, some things are just meant to happen. Wow. Okay. Beautiful souls. This is really a beautiful combination. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. The hidden blessing that is emerging. Wow. Happiness is growing. Wish fulfillment is growing. Joy is growing. Healing is growing. Some of you don't even realize how much brighter your energy is becoming because you've been so focused on what still needs fixing. But Spirit is showing here that light is returning after a very heavy season. This feels like emotional renewal, confidence returning, health improving, good news arriving, recognition, peace, laughter, soul-aligned happiness. Wow. Yeah, that Nine of Cups underneath everything, like with this sun and the Nine of Cups. Wow. There's also that manifestation energy here. I feel like something you've prayed for, something you hoped for or emotionally wished for may slowly begin to unfold during the cycle I'm hearing. Something is coming to an end. Something is ending during this new moon. Something is coming to an end. Beautiful. I'm sure I saw the page, High Priestess is sticking out there. You know, your inner knowing knows exactly what this is. If you feel like sharing with us, do let us know. Wow. Okay. Something is ending. Wow. Okay. Let me know, beautiful souls. What is that? Something you really hoped for, emotionally wished for, really is going to unfold during this this new moon cycle. Okay. What will this new moon cycle lead towards is the Ten of Pentacles. So much pentacles here. Something about legacy, all right? I'm hearing it's going to bring in long-term abundance. Whatever this ending and this manifestation is coming in this new cycle with this new moon, generational healing, financial security. I'm hearing for some of you stable relationships, building something that lost. Now, maybe it's going to be all of it and maybe it's going to be one of it. Your timelines and each of your energy and is different. All right, this is a collective reading. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. But this is seriously a positive reading for the wolf souls out here. This one is a strong card for long-term manifestation stability, especially under this Taurus energy. Spirit is showing me that many of you are moving away from survival cycles and towards legacy building cycles. What you begin now may impact your future for years. I did a manifestation video, what big manifestation is coming in for the cusp signs, which I have posted before this video. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. Perhaps that could even be connected here. It might just give you a bigger story because I feel like this is something to do with a big manifestation. All right, there might just be more info there. If you haven't checked that video out, the timestamps are always in the description boxes. Some of you are literally building foundation for financial abundance, future family stability, business success, healthier relationships, emotional security, spiritual alignment, a peaceful home life. This new moon feels maybe slower than some people expect, but it's going to be incredibly powerful because Taurus teaches us the strongest things grow slowly. And honestly, this spread feels like Spirit is reassuring the collective, reassuring you that your life is not falling apart. It's actually stabilizing. Even if things are maybe happening one step at a time, it's happening. Beautiful souls. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember, these are, again, collective messages. But wow, for a collective message, this is beautiful. Let me know below in the comments if it resonated, helped you in any sort of way. Thank you for liking the video, being subscribers here, joining the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe for more channeled messages. Cups readings, tarot messages, lunar guidance, spiritual insight. Let me know below what seeds you are planting during this Taurus New Moon cycle. Put it out there, beautiful souls. All right, and then let's dive into your timestamps. We're going to look at a message from Mother Earth, your shadow message, and your manifestation message. So this is now coming from that manifestation cusp reading all the way to extra messages, and the timestamps are below in the description box. Love and light, beautiful souls, and I'll check you in your timestamps. Pisces, Aries, Cusp, let's dive in and have a look at what is the message from Mother Earth, and then your shadow message and your manifestation message. Spirit angels, ancestors, all of the highest light and good, please come through for our Pisces, Aries, cusps. Wow, beautiful. Wow, this energy feels incredibly spiritual, emotional, but also powerful during this Taurus New Moon cycle. Perhaps many of you, my Pisces, Aries, cusps, are maybe feeling the Mars conjunct Chiron energy, because Aries energy is really involved here. And honestly, I feel like many of you are standing between an old version of yourself and a brand new timeline. Your message from Mother Earth, new beginnings, from this mysterious magic forest oracle. Wow, beautiful souls. I feel like here, this card actually says, every ending carries hidden blessings. Life is gently guiding you towards a fresh start that aligns with your highest purpose and soul's true expansion. And we have the High Priestess here. And we have the Three of Pentacles. This is beautiful. I feel like it feels incredibly like symbolic, because it's almost like she's walking through a glowing portal. Well, she's carrying, it looks like a blue crystal or blue light. And Spirit's like showing here that many Pisces, Aries, Cusp souls are being guided through a spiritual doorway right now. And I feel like this doorway cannot be entered as the old version of yourself. The message is saying here, like, every ending carries a hidden blessing. And honestly, that feels very important. So some of you may be still grieving, maybe old relationships, maybe it's a past version of yourself, a lost time, maybe it's disappointments, spiritual exhaustion, or maybe it's dreams that didn't unfold the way maybe you expected. But Spirit is also saying, what looked like rejection may actually have been divine direction. The High Priestess does tell us that your intuition is becoming stronger during this new moon, or it has been becoming stronger period. And I'm hearing that your dreams, your gut feelings, the synchronicities, the numbers, the visions, the energetic sensitivity may increase heavily right now. Some of you already know deep down what path you're supposed to take next. You've just maybe been waiting for external confirmation for some of you. But I'm also hearing that the Taurus energy wants you to trust your inner knowing instead of constantly doubting yourself. Yeah, we do have the Three of Pentacles here, and I feel like it's a fresh start that does not feel isolated. I actually feel soul-aligned collaboration, supportive people, community, teamwork, or maybe finding people who truly just understand your energy. Some of you, this is going to involve spiritual work, healing work, creative projects, online platforms. Some of you just building something meaningful with others, whatever this is for you, but it's working with others. And Spirit's saying you're not meant to build your future alone anymore. The number 3 could be significant for some of you. Perhaps it's a life path number, doesn't have to be. I'm hearing 2, 6, 8. I feel like your shadow message here is what Taurus energy is like it wants you to stop clinging to. Yeah, what does Taurus energy want you to stop clinging to is, I feel like the message strongly here, before we even move into the cards, is that Taurus energy wants you to stop clinging to survival mode. To stop clinging to people who only love you when they're struggling, to stop clinging to fear-based thinking, to stop clinging to instability because it feels familiar, to stop clinging to overworking, overgiving, or emotionally carrying everybody else. My Pisces Aries cusps energy can sometimes swing between the emotional escapism and hyper-independence. One side wants to disappear, and the other side wants to fight everything alone. But I'm hearing that this new moon is teaching balance. Not every battle needs your energy. Not every delay means failure. Not every ending is abandonment. I also feel like this Taurus energy might be asking many of you, can you allow peace into your life without sabotaging it? Because some of you have lived in emotional chaos for so long that calmness almost feels unfamiliar. But I'm hearing that peace is becoming part of your next chapter. I feel like your manifestation message is, what will bloom if you trust divine timing? Six of Swords, right? And that Two of Pentacles was poking out at the bottom of the deck as well there. Strength at the bottom of the deck. Wow, this feels like gradual but powerful transition energy. Six of Swords is talking about that many of you are spiritually and emotionally moving away from difficult cycles slowly. Not overnight, it's not happening overnight, but it's happening steadily. Leaving behind the confusion, the emotional heaviness, instability, survival energy. And the beautiful thing about Taurus energy is that it does not force quick transformation. It creates sustainable transformation. Like the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's balancing work and rest, balancing spirituality and reality, balancing emotions and logic, balancing giving and receiving. Like I'm hearing some of you are rebuilding your life one step at a time, and Spirit wants you to know that small progress is still progress. Strength underneath everything. It tells me that your manifestation is not just external abundance, it's that inner resilience. You are becoming emotionally stronger, spiritually wiser, more grounded, more confident in your own energy. Because I feel like strength here is that many of you are learning that true power is not force, it's self-trust. I feel like the Taurus New Moon, it feels like Spirit is slowly guiding my Pisces Aries cusp souls towards calmer waters, healthier foundations, stronger intuition, and a future that finally feels emotionally safe. I feel like the storm may not disappear overnight, but you're also no longer drowning in it. So I'm sending you so much love and light, beautiful souls. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me know that if the message resonated, helped you in any sort of way. And what are you calling in with regards to this Taurus New Moon? What are you manifesting? Perhaps you want to share with your brothers and sisters. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one. Aries, Taurus, cusp. Let's have a look and see what is the message from Mother Earth regarding this Taurus New Moon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. We have inner strength. This energy actually feels powerful, grounding, and honestly very transformational in a very mature way. I feel like you are the bridge between fire and earth, right? Between action and stability, between impulsive and endurance. And I feel like during this Taurus New Moon, Spirit is really asking you, what are you building that can actually last? And I mean, we do have inner strength here, that you are stronger than you think. You are rediscovering the unshakable power within your spirit through challenges. And wow, okay, because this doesn't feel like a surface level strength, right? This feels earned. I feel like many of the Aries Taurus cusps here souls have been carrying a lot emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and maybe even financially. I keep hearing here that you've survived seasons that should have actually broken you, and yet here you are. I feel like I feel like here that Spirit is reminding you that your power was never truly lost. It was buried underneath the exhaustion, disappointment, responsibilities, the emotional survival mode, right? Because Aries energy pushes forward when wounded and Taurus energy keeps enduring when tired. But I feel like this new moon is going to be hit different, right? It feels like Spirit is teaching you that true strength is not constantly struggling. True strength is setting that boundaries, protecting your peace, choosing stability, allowing yourself to rest, trusting slow growth, right? And then walking away from chaos. I feel like some of you are finally realizing that you don't need to prove your worth through suffering anymore. And honestly, that realization alone is going to change your energy field. And I feel like your shadow message here with the Taurus energy, it's saying like, it's giving off the energy to stop clinging to we have it feels like, okay, what the energy that you need to stop clinging to, the Queen of Cups, it feels like, okay, it's very interesting because like Spirit is asking you to stop being emotional, caring, instead to feel the Taurus energy. It feels like the Taurus energy wants to stop emotionally drowning in situations that are draining your spirit. Maybe some of you have been over nurturing others, maybe emotionally overextending, absorbing everybody else's problems, ignoring your own needs, maybe staying emotionally attached to people who give mixed signals. I feel like this message is heavily for empaths. I think I'm picking up an Aries Taurus cusp that's an empath. You cannot pour endlessly into people while abandoning yourself. In the shadow position, this sometimes can show emotional exhaustion hidden beneath the calm exterior, that some of you appear strong on the outside while privately feeling emotionally overwhelmed. The Taurus energy is saying ground yourself again. Not every emotion needs to consume you. Not every connection deserves unlimited access to your heart. There's also a message here about emotional boundaries. Because I'm actually hearing here, compassion without boundaries becomes self-sacrifice. Okay, so what will bloom if you trust in divine timing? We have this beautiful Nine of Pentacles. Thank you for hitting the like button, beautiful souls. This one actually is one of the strongest Taurus cards for abundance, right? Independence, stability, confidence, long-term rewards. I'm hearing here that if you trust in divine timing instead of forcing the outcomes, Spirit is showing financial growth, self-sufficiency, peace, emotional stability that is slowly blooming in your life. It actually feels like leveling up energetically. Nine of Pentacles is somebody who has worked hard for what they've built, but they're no longer operating from desperation. They know their worth, right? That I'm hearing some of you are entering an era, maybe entering an era, maybe you're moving to another era. Wow. Okay. Where your finances will improve. I'm hearing some of you that your confidence increases. Your environment becomes more peaceful. Your manifestations become tangible. Your standards rise. Your energy becomes more protected. Honestly, this card feels luxurious in the best Taurus way. Hawks and sunflowers really could be significant. Not necessary flashy wealth, but comfortable abundance, security, peace of mind, yeah. feeling safe within your own life. I also feel like many of my Aries, Taurus, Cusp souls here are learning to stop chasing and start attracting, because your energy is becoming more magnetic during this new moon cycle. What I'm also hearing is Spirit is saying here that what is meant for you will grow steadily but not chaotically. I think this Taurus new moon is going to bring in the new beginnings. New beginnings of that's a bit slower, healthier, more grounded, a slower life maybe, or something slower, healthier, more grounded chapter for you. One where you no longer have to survive every day, but can finally start living. So beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. Perhaps I'm hearing that the Sagittarius new moon is going to be very significant for some of you as well. So beautiful souls, I'm sending you love and light. Thank you for hitting the like button, letting me know you're here, and letting me know how this resonated or helped you in any sort of way. Dropping our signature wolf emoji or blue heart, and I'll check you around in the next one. Taurus, Gemini, welcome in beautiful souls. Let's have a look and see what is the message from Mother Earth. We are using the mysterious magic forest oracle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Wow, there's a card already popped out. Soul growth. Growth often feels uncomfortable through challenge. Your spirit expands and aligns closer to divine truth. I feel like this Taurus new moon energy feels deeply transformative for you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I feel like you're on the bridge between the earth and the air, between stability and movement, between grounding and curiosity. Honestly, I feel like this new moon feels like Spirit is slowly how can I say, moving you down towards your purpose so that your soul can finally catch up with your mind. Slowing you down, that's what I'm getting. Slowing you down on your purpose. Yeah, we do have soul growth here. I mean, growth often feels uncomfortable through challenge, right? Your spirit does expand and align closer to, I feel like your spirit expands and aligns closer to the divine truth. Sure, that this is like powerful, right? Okay, I feel like my Taurus Geminis here, the color blue could really be significant here, whether it's for healing or your throat chakra. Yeah, Gemini, the voice, right? Communication. I feel like your souls, you have been going through some sort of uncomfortable transition lately. Maybe it's emotionally, spiritually, financially, or mentally. For some of you, maybe you've been questioning whether you were falling apart. But Spirit's saying, no, you're evolving. The thing here about soul growth is that it really feels comfortable while it's happening. Because growth asks you to release old identities, old coping mechanisms, old fears, old versions of yourselves that once kept you safe but can no longer come where you're going. Yeah, the Taurus energy does not like rapid change. Gemini energy can overthink every possible outcome. So I feel like this new moon may feel like an internal tug of war between wanting security and wanting freedom or change. But like Spirit keeps showing here that what's happening now is actually aligning closer to your authentic self. Some of you are outgrowing environments, relationships, mindsets, maybe even careers that no longer resonate with your soul. And yes, it's like so that you can feel, yes, you can really feel uncomfortable before you feel that before feeling liberating, all right? I feel like your shadow message here for our Taurus here is what they want you to stop clinging to is the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Quite interesting. It feels like a major lesson around imbalance. Like the Taurus energy may want Taurus, Gemini, Cusp souls maybe to stop clinging to relationships or situations. My throat, so something about your throat chakra, speaking your truth, or dynamics where you're constantly over giving while secretly feeling emotionally depleted. Like some of you have developed a habit of maybe people pleasing. It can be over explaining yourself, trying to earn love, giving more than you receive, rescuing others emotionally or financially, staying available for people who disappear when you need support. I feel like underneath all of this, there may have been actually a bit of a fear of rejection, abandonment, or not feeling valued. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is that hidden scarcity wound, right? Some of you may fear, if I stop giving so much, will people still choose me? But Spirit is saying the right people will not require you to drain yourself to keep them. The Taurus New Moon, I feel like, is teaching energetic reciprocity. All right, excuse if the word didn't come out pronounced correctly. Balanced connections, balanced efforts, balanced energy exchange, right? That you're not meant to constantly survive on emotional crumbs while feeding everyone else. And I feel like your manifestation message here, what will bloom if you trust in divine timing, we have the Hangman and the Ten of Wands, is this feels like a deep spiritual transformation energy happening here. Like at first glance, people will think that, why are these heavy cards showing up for manifestation, right? But honestly, this feels incredibly important because Spirit is showing what blooms first is release. The Hangman says divine timing may temporarily slow things down so that you can see your life differently. Some Taurus, Gemini, Cusp souls may feel like certain manifestations have been delayed, paused, or suspended. But the pause has a purpose. I feel like here you're being asked to surrender control, stop forcing outcomes, and release burdens that were just never yours to carry alone. I feel like the Ten of Wands here, I feel like that you've had to carry too much. Maybe it could be mental stress, emotional pressure, responsibility, other people's expectations. It could be burnout. It could be survival energy. I feel like this new moon is not just about gaining abundance. It's about creating space to actually receive. Because if your hands are full of burdens, how can you hold your blessings? I also feel this energy strongly here that some of you are learning that you do not have to do everything alone anymore. That once you begin releasing the unnecessary weight, something just shifts. All right, so it shifts spiritually. Like your energy will become lighter, clearer, more aligned. So the manifestation blooming here is peace. Perspective, emotional freedom, healthy relationships with yourself. And perhaps I'm hearing eventually a sustainable abundance that does not cost your mental health. What Spirit's also saying here is what it is meant for you will not require you to carry the world on your back to receive it. I mean, this is heavy, what she's carrying there on her head. I'm sure it's not comfortable. I feel like the Taurus New Moon feels like a sacred reset for the Taurus, Gemini, Cusp souls here. A chance to stop surviving through the overthinking and overgiving. And just like, start building a life that feels balanced, peaceful, and truly aligned with your soul. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. Letting me know how this resonated or helped you in any sort of way. Dropping the signature wolf and a blue heart emoji, and I'll check you around in the next one. Love and light, beautiful. Hey, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. Let's have a look at the Taurus New Moon, a message from Mother Earth using this mysterious magic tarot, forest tarot, oracle. New beginnings with the heart. New beware the heart. Interesting. All right. It says here, your heart always knows the way. The gentle whisper of your heart will lead you towards the path meant only for you. You beware the heart. It's like a witch there, eh? In this portal. Your energy with this new moon in Taurus, it feels deeply emotional, intuitive, and honestly very heart-centered. Okay, what I'm hearing here is that you are the bridge between air and water, all right? Gemini and Cancer. Between thoughts and feelings, between logic and intuition. This new moon feels like Spirit is gently trying to guide you out of the mental noise and back into your heart space. The message from Mother Earth here is, you beware the heart. Okay, very interesting. I feel like your heart always knows the way. The gentle whisper of your heart will lead you towards the path only meant for you. All right, and this really feels incredibly soft but very powerful. I really immediately feel that many Gemini, Cancer, Cusp souls have been overthinking a decision, a path, a relationship, or even your future lately. Gemini wants answers. Cancer wants emotional safety. And sometimes that combination can create that inner conflict because your mind may say one thing while your heart is quietly saying another thing. But this Taurus new moon is asking you to maybe slow down enough to actually hear yourself again. Not the noise, not the fear, not the outside opinions. Your soul. I'm hearing you already know. Some of you may intuitively know what no longer feels aligned, where your energy is feeling drained, what path keeps calling you, and what feels safe and who doesn't. Who feels safe and who doesn't. What dream your heart still secretly wants. But the Taurus energy, it moves slowly on purpose, right? It wants decisions rooted in truth and not panic. So there's also something beautiful here about the emotional honesty. Spirit wants many of you to perhaps stop abandoning your feelings just to keep the peace or make everyone else comfortable, because your heart has been trying to guide you for a while now. So let's have a look at your shadow message, what this Taurus energy wants you to stop clinging to. Four of Pentacles. It feels protective energy, but maybe too protective. Like some Gemini Cancers here, souls may have maybe built emotional walls after disappointment, heartbreak, instability, betrayal, or emotional exhaustion. And while those walls once protected you, like Spirit says, maybe now it's limiting you. Four of Pentacles can show fear of vulnerability, fear of loss, holding on to control, emotional guardedness, clinging to comfort zone, resisting necessary change. I also feel like the Taurus energy may just be exposing where fear has quietly been running the show. Some of you may be clinging too tightly to relationships, routines, old versions of yourself, or even emotional pain, simply because it feels familiar. I'm hearing the fourth house for some of you in your birth chart. I'm hearing some of you, this could be also a synchronicity, number 4, divinely guarded, protected. I'm also hearing life path number for some. Simply because it feels familiar. But Spirit is saying familiar does not always mean aligned. There's also a financial message here too, that some of you may be operating from scarcity thinking, wrongly expressing, worrying excessively about security, resources, or stability. Like this Taurus energy wants to help you heal your relationship with trust. I'm hearing not reckless trust, grounded trust, trusting that you do not need to grip life so tightly for good things to stay. Your manifestation message, like what will bloom if you trust in divine timing? 7 of Pentacles. This actually connects beautiful to the overall Taurus New Moon energy, that your manifestations are growing. 7s also could be a significant number for you. Remember to always take what resonates, leave the rest. Your manifestations are growing, even if you cannot fully see the results yet, I'm hearing. 7 of Pentacles is patient harvest energy, right? Like the Spirit is showing that many of you are in that in-between phase right now, not fully where you were, but not fully where you're going yet either. And this can be emotionally uncomfortable. But this card also does not give the energy of, this card also does give the energy of do not give up on what your soul has been planting. For some of you, you are building something much bigger than you actually realize. Emotional healing, financial stability, healthy relationships, protective projects, spiritual alignment, self-worth, long-term abundance. This card also reminds me that something about the nervous system healing. Taurus energy wants you to understand that sustainable growth happens slowly. Yeah, not everything meaningful blooms overnight. Honestly, like Spirit is saying here, that it feels like almost like Spirit's teaching the Gemini Cancers how to stop rushing the timeline. I'm hearing here the delays were helping you grow stronger roots. There's this beautiful manifestation energy here for the future, especially if you continue nurturing yourself constantly instead of judging yourself for not having everything figured out yet. I'm hearing your heart already knows the direction. Now Spirit is simply asking you to trust the process long enough to arrive here, to arrive there. Double 2, I just saw double 2, 33 as well. Could also be significant numbers. And then I saw 44 as well. Beautiful souls, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being here, leaving comments. And I'm sending you so much love and light. And I'll check you around in the next one. My Cancer Leos, let's dive in and have a look at the message from Mother Earth, New Beginning. Wow. This came out for another cusp soul. Every ending carries a hidden blessing. Life is gently guiding you towards a fresh start that aligns with your highest purpose and soul's true expansion. This Taurus New Moon energy with the cards coming out, it feels emotional, powerful, and honestly like a major rebirth chapter for you. Like you are the bridge between water and fire, right? Between the sensitivity and courage, between nurturing energy and the radiant self-expression. Like Spirit's showing here that many of the Cancer Leo cusp souls are standing, confirmation, at the edge of a brand new chapter, even if part of you still feels emotionally tied to the old one. New beginnings. I remember now it came out in the Pisces Aries cusp. So something about the water and the fire cusp here, the new beginnings. Okay. I feel like this energy is coming through that. It says here, every ending carries a hidden blessing. Life is gently guiding you towards a fresh start that aligns with your highest purpose and soul's true expression. And this card for you also, it feels incredibly sacred for you. Because, the image itself, all right, that it's very symbolic, all right, because she's like walking through a glowing golden portal in the forest while also holding like this blue light crystal in her hand. And honestly, it's like the blue light feels like your intuition is guiding you forward. The Cancer energy is really deeply intuitive, and the Leo is deeply heart-centered. So I feel like this new moon might just be saying, trust what your soul already knows. Some of you are closing out some seriously painful cycles that could involve heartbreak, emotional disappointment, old identities, draining relationships, or fear of being fully seen. Situations where you've kept dimming your light. And Spirit's like saying here that the ending is not punishment, it's actually redirection. And even that many of you actually don't fully understand where this portal even leads yet, right? Because we don't fully see everything in the future. But I'm hearing that your soul is already being guided towards something that's more aligned. There's also this strong healing energy here around confidence and self-worth, that some of my Cancer, Leo Cusps here are finally beginning to realize they actually deserve peace, love, that reciprocity, emotional safety, without having to constantly prove themselves. Now, your shadow message is the Five of Swords, and I feel like this is quite important here about what does the Taurus energy want you to stop clinging to? It's asking here to stop clinging to conflict, to those ego battles, emotional defensiveness, situations where everybody leaves hurt in the end. So some of you have been emotionally holding on to past arguments, betrayals, resentment, the need to win, the need to understand, to be understood by people who is committed to misunderstanding you. Like Spirit is saying here, not every battle deserves your energy anymore. Like the Five of Swords can also show mental exhaustion from constantly replaying also painful situations in your mind. The Cancer energy feels deeply, right? The Leo energy feels things personally when the heart is wounded. So I feel like some of you may be carrying that invisible emotional armor from past disappointments. Because as Taurus energy, it wants grounding and stability. It wants peace. So that means releasing the attachment to chaos, emotional games, or connections that only thrive through tension and confusion. I'm hearing here that you do not have to defend your worth to people who refuse to see it. Some of you are actually learning that walking away is actually not weakness. What will bloom if you trust in divine timing? Knight of Wands. This actually feels very exciting. Here's your fire side coming out. Something to do with the full moon also in Sag could be very significant for some of you. This is associated with Sagittarius, right? It feels exciting after the emotional season, heavy emotional season, and Spirit's showing movement is returning, passion is returning, motivation, confidence, it's all returning. The Knight of Wands feels like forward movement, momentum after stagnation. Some of you will be traveling, starting some sort of creative project, pursuing a dream, taking some sort of bold step, reinventing yourselves, maybe putting yourselves out there again for some of you. And honestly, this energy, it does feel magnetic. The Knight of Swords carries courage, charisma, attraction, creative fire. It feels like your spirit is waking back up after being emotionally drained for so long. Now, the Taurus energy is asking you to stay grounded because the Knight of Wands can sometimes move impulsively. But combined together, this feels like passionate energy finally gaining direction. I also feel like many of you reclaiming confidence that was lost through painful experiences. Like, you're not meant to stay stuck in survival mode forever. There's this beautiful energy here of rediscovering joy, excitement, creativity, passion, and personal freedom again. And honestly, I feel like this Taurus New Moon feels like the beginning of a chapter where the Cancer, Leo, Cusp souls stop shrinking themselves to survive and start allowing themselves to fully shine again. So beautiful souls, thank you for hitting the like button, leaving comments, how this resonated or helped you in any sort of way, and being subscribers here. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one. Leo Virgos, welcome in, beautiful souls. Let's dive into the message from Mother Earth regarding this new moon in Taurus, using the mysterious magic Forest Tarot Oracle, Spirit Angels, Ancestors, for our beautiful Leo Virgos. There's one card, Soul Contract. It says here, every soul you encounter is not by chance. It plays a role in awakening you to higher love and purpose. Beautiful. Judgment. I feel like the Taurus New Moon energy feels deeply karmic, awakening, and transformational for you, my Leo Virgos. That you are the bridge between fire and earth, passion, between passion and practicality, between confidence and service. And honestly, like what Spirit's showing here, that you souls are entering a major soul level awakening during this new moon cycle. Yeah, we have a soul contract, right? And this feels very deep. Some of you have recently encountered people who triggered you, changed you, challenged you, inspired you, or completely maybe shifted your perspective on life and relationships. And I'm hearing none of it was random. Like every painful connection carried lessons. Every ending carried wisdom. Even the people who disappointed you may have awakened parts of yourself that were perhaps sleeping. This card feels connected to karmic lessons, soul ties, spiritual growth, destiny-altering encounters. Perhaps some of you have really been currently reflecting heavily on relationships, friendships, soulmates, karmic cycles, missed opportunities, people who entered your life unexpectedly. And Spirit's like saying here, every encounter shaped your evolution somehow. And honestly, this new moon feels like a turning point where you begin understanding certain experiences differently. Not through bitterness, but through wisdom. I'm also getting here strongly that some people entered your life to awaken your self-worth, not to stay forever. This shadow message here, what does the Taurus energy want you to stop clinging to? 5 of Cups. It feels very emotional. It's saying here to stop clinging to grief, regrets, disappointments, or emotional fixation on what did not work out. Easier said than done, yes. Healing needs to happen. Some of you may really still emotionally be staring at the spilled cups of the past relationships, missed chances, painful endings, mistakes, betrayals, disappointment, guilt, self-criticism. You know, the Virgo energy can overanalyze while the Leo energy feels deeply through heart. Some of you may replay painful memories, repeatedly wondering what you could have done differently. But Spirit is also saying that you cannot build a new life while emotionally living inside an old wound. But it also reminds us that not everything is lost. There's still blessings standing behind you. There's still opportunities, love, purpose, still future happiness. And this Taurus energy is asking you to slowly release the attachment to the pain story. Not pretending it didn't hurt, but by refusing to let it define you. Refusing to let it define your future forever. Okay, so your manifestation message, what will bloom if you trust in divine timing? We have judgment and wow. It's awakening energy, this. Rebirth, soul calling energy. Something big is shifting internally for the Leo Virgo Cusp souls during this Taurus New Moon cycle. Judgment is like a spirit is calling you towards your higher version, the highest version of yourself. Some of you this may involve finally answering a soul calling, stepping into purpose work, releasing old karmic cycles, deep healing, spiritual awakening, major life decisions, reclaiming your voice, becoming who you were always meant to be. And this card feels like clarity after confusion. Things that once felt foggy, emotionally foggy, may suddenly become clear, realizing who truly aligns with you, what chapter is ending, what you generally want, and what your soul can no longer tolerate. And it feels very empowering for you. Because judgment is not just about endings, it's about resurrection. Spirit is actually showing here that the Leo Virgo Cusp souls rising from emotional heaviness into more aligned, authentic, spiritual, awakened version of themselves. There's also strong divine timing here that some things had to fall apart first. Some lessons had to unfold slowly. Some delays were preparing your spirit for where you're going next. And this Taurus New Moon feels like a powerful energetic checkpoint between your old self and your awakened self. So Spirit is like saying, the version of you now is wiser, stronger, and no longer willing to abandon themselves for temporary validation. This is not just growth. This is transformation at a soul level. So beautiful souls, thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for leaving comments, letting me know how it helped you in some sort of way, resonated, and being subscribers here. And I'll check you around in the next one. 1414 could be really significant. I'm hearing a balance. Love and light, beautiful. Virgo Libras, welcome in, beautiful souls. Let's have a look and see the message from Mother Earth. We are using the Mysterious Magic Forest Oracle Tarot here. Let's dive in. What is the message from Mother Earth for this Taurus New Moon? Wow. New beginning. Sorry, beautiful souls. I had to pause for a moment here. Third cusp soul with this card coming out. Very interesting for this Taurus New Moon. Came out for our Pisces Aries. It came out for the Leo Cancer. And then for the Virgo Libras. Very interesting. Every ending carries a hidden blessing. Life is gently guiding you towards a fresh start that aligns with your highest purpose. Okay, so I feel like this feels deeply transformative, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for you. Like you are the bridge between earth and air, all right? Being practical and harmony, but yeah, between practicality and harmony, and between structure and beauty. And honestly, this new moon feels like Spirit's guiding you out of emotional overwhelm and into a completely new chapter of alignment, new beginnings, all right? This energy feels actually really incredibly symbolic here for you because, yeah, she's walking towards a golden portal while holding this blue crystal light that feels like that intuition is guiding you towards a future your logic and mind may not fully understand yet. Your Virgo side wants certainty, but your Libra side is asking for balance and peace. And Spirit is showing me here that many of you are standing between worlds right now. One chapter will be ending and another chapter is quietly beginning. And even though a part of you may still feel emotionally attached to the past, it's like your soul already knows it's time to move forward. This card feels connected to personal reinvention, emotional healing, healthy relationships, spiritual alignment, career changes, releasing people-pleasing patterns, stepping into authenticity. Some of you may actually, perhaps I'm hearing, currently feel uncertain about what is next. But Spirit is like saying here, the portal opens as you trust yourself enough to walk through it. And honestly, I feel like those new moon cycles is where your future, this is one of those new moon cycles, okay, where your future starts shifting quietly behind the scenes before you fully see the physical results. All right, so your shadow message here is what to stop clinging to. The Taurus energy that wants you to stop clinging to. We have the Queen of Cups, which is water energy coming out. And we have the Two of Pentacles, earth energy. All right. So, wow, this is like emotional exhaustion. All right. So the Taurus energy wants the Virgo Libra souls here to stop emotionally juggling everybody else's needs while neglecting your own emotional stability. So some of you may constantly try to keep the peace, emotionally support everyone, avoid disappointing people, maybe balancing too many responsibilities, maybe staying emotionally available even when you feel drained. And underneath all of this, I feel like it's burnout. It's emotional burnout. That's what this is. The Queen of Cups, she's compassionate, she's intuitive, she's nurturing, she's loving, but clarified by the Two of Pentacles, it shows emotional overwhelm, trying to carry too much at once. This could be, for some of you, you may feel emotionally pulled in multiple directions, relationships, responsibilities, work, family, healing, personal goals. The Taurus energy is asking what would happen if you stop abandoning yourself to maintain balance for everyone else. Because true balance is not sacrifice. It's not self-sacrifice. I feel like also many of you are learning emotional boundaries during this new moon cycle. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your energy simply because you care deeply. 4 cards came out regarding this manifestation message. What will bloom if you trust in divine timing? Page of Swords came out first, right? Then I got Death, 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. And this is powerful transformation energy that's coming through here. Page of Swords says that the Virgo Libra Cusp souls are entering a period of mental clarity, curiosity, truth, and awareness. Some of you may suddenly be seeing situations, people, even yourself differently. Spirit is also showing awakening conversations, important realizations, messages, downloads, insights, or even truths that are being revealed. Death, major transformation. There's a version of you that's ending. Not in a scary way, but I'm hearing in a necessary way. This Taurus new moon feels like a deep shedding process where outdated identities, emotional patterns, fears, relationships, or even cycles can no longer continue in your next chapter. And honestly, some of you have outgrown your old life more than you actually realize. The 7 of Pentacles is just a reminder here that your transformation does take time. You may not see the immediate results, but Spirit's saying the seeds you planting now are incredibly important for your future. This is long-term manifestation energy, healthier relationships, emotional peace, stability, self-worth, aligned opportunities, I'm hearing, wiser decision-making, spiritual growth. 8 of Wands. Movement, momentum, communication, fast energetic shifts. Sagittarius energy. We have that full moon Sag coming up at the end of the month. It's almost like once you release what no longer aligns, everything starts moving quickly. Opportunities may arrive unexpectedly. Conversations or communication may speed up. Manifestations may suddenly gain traction. Almost said transaction. Could be. Things that felt stuck may finally begin flowing again. So what Spirit is saying here, that the delay was preparing for acceleration. And honestly, this Taurus new moon feels like the beginning of a profound identity shift for the Virgo Libra cusps souls. One where you stop emotionally overextending yourself for everyone and start building a life that genuinely aligns with your soul, your peace, and your future. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for leaving comments and being subscribers. I'm sending you all love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one. Hey, Libra Scorpios, let's dive into the Taurus new moon for you guys and get a message here from Mother Earth through this mysterious magic forest oracle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button, beautiful souls. Oh, okay, let's do it again. Thank you for being here, beautiful souls, and hitting that like button. We have soul growth in this destiny Gift destiny is really standing out here. I feel like my Libra Scorpios, this new moon feels deeply transformative, emotional and spiritually intense for you. I mean, you are the bridge between air and water, right? Between the harmony and the depth, between the beauty and the transformation. And honestly, I feel like Spirit is showing here that this new moon is not just about changing your external life anymore. It's about changing you internally at the soul level. Yeah, the message here from Mother Earth is quite deep here. Growth often feels uncomfortable, right? Through challenge, your spirit expands and aligns closer to divine truth. And here we have gift of destiny. What feels heavy today will one day shine as wisdom. Every experience is shaping your destiny and strengthening, perhaps sharpening and strengthening. I put sharpening in the light within your soul. This actually feels incredibly profound. My Libra Scorpius Cusp souls may currently feel emotionally stretched between who you used to be and who you're busy becoming. The Libra energy, I feel, seeks peace and abundance, or peace and balance. Abundance through peace and balance. The Scorpio energy transforms through emotional depth and shadow work. I feel like the Taurus New Moon, you may feel emotionally tense because Spirit's asking you to release the outdated emotional attachments, fears, identities that just no longer align with your soul's evolution. And honestly, growth does not always feel graceful while it's happening, right? That some of you may have recently experienced painful endings, emotional confusion, deep healing, spiritual awakenings, karmic lessons, disappointments that force growth, people revealing their true colors. And Spirit's like saying here, the season is shaping your wisdom, not destroying you. I feel like the gift of destiny card especially, feels important because it reminds you that it's bringing through a reminder that even difficult experiences can become sacred turning points later. One day you may look back and realize the heartbreak redirected you, the delay protected you, the ending awakened you, the challenge strengthened you. The shadow message here is, what is this? Taurus energy wants you to stop clinging to the Six of Cups. Very nostalgic. A group of women here, which is quite different from the other Six of Cups. Whether you're male or female, just put the energy where it fits, right? I feel like it's connecting to the past, old relationships, it feels like here. Friendships, old memories, past, maybe it's past versions of yourselves in groups. This could be childhood wounds. It also could have what could have beens kind of energy. Emotional familiar circles. Yeah, because the Scorpio energy feels deeply while the Libra seeks emotional harmony. Some of you may romanticize the past romanticize the past even when it hurts you. I'm getting here something about missing something does not always mean it's aligned with your future. Maybe this card also is connected to your inner child healing. You know, some Libra Scorpio Cusp may still carry emotional wounds connected to rejection, abandonment, people-pleasing, or feeling unseen emotionally. Perhaps this Taurus energy and this Taurus New Moon is asking you to gently release the emotional weight of old stories that continue to keep you stuck. Because, like, your future cannot fully bloom while your spirit is still emotionally living in the yesterday, right? Your manifestation. Okay. What will bloom if you trust in the divine timing? Four of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Interesting. Right? Four of Cups feels is the energy of emotional withdrawal, right? Like, almost like emotional exhaustion, boredom, disappointment, or feeling disconnected from what's being offered. So some of you Libra, Scorpio, Cups may currently feel emotionally tired after everything that you've been through. Like the Spirit is showing here, many of you sitting in this reflective space right now, perhaps questioning things, reevaluating priorities, emotionally processing, withdrawing your energy, maybe even realizing what no longer fulfills you. But here's the Ace of Wands, right? And it's like that wow energy that this feels like spiritual ignition. A new spark, there's that new beginning, there's this new opportunity, new passion, new creative fire. Whatever it is, it's like a new chapter that's awakening within inside you when you have this new start. There's a new start. And the beautiful thing here is the Ace of Wands often appears after emotional stagnation because Spirit is reigniting life force energy again here. Perhaps what I'm also getting here is some of you may be rediscovering motivation, confidence, attraction, sensuality. Could be creativity, purpose, just like the energy of excitement for the future, all right? New love, creative projects, a business idea, a spiritual path, travel, reinvention, finally feeling alive again. I feel like this new moon is a new beginning and like a turning point where emotional heaviness slowly transforms into inspired forward movement. Like a Spirit is actually saying here, 41 could be a significant number for someone. It could be an age, it doesn't have to be. 46 as well. What Spirit is saying here is that the spark returns once you stop trying to resurface what has already ended. There's this powerful rebirth energy for the Libra Scorpios here, not to rush, not to force, but deeply transformative, that you're actually not losing yourself during the season, you're actually rediscovering yourself underneath everything that no longer belongs to you. So beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being subscribers. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I'll definitely check you around in the next one. Hey, Scorpio, Sagittarius, welcome in, beautiful souls. Probably coming from the collective message I did for the Taurus New Moon. Thank you. And thank you for hitting the like button, and thank you for leaving your comments. We have free spirit. When you stop pleasing others and start honoring yourself, that is when your soul truly begins to achieve freedom and peace. Wow. This energy feels really liberating, healing, and spiritually transformative for you. Like you are the bridge between water and fire, right? Between the emotional depth and expansion, between the transformation and freedom. And honestly, Spirit's like showing here that many of my Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cups, that souls that are aligning with this message are finally reaching a breaking point while carrying emotional weight that was never truly yours to carry forever or to hold forever. Yeah, free spirit. I feel like blue butterflies could really be significant as well. Very beautiful. It looks like blue butterflies around this girl. She looks so free in that forest. And the message I'm getting here is, it feels actually quite incredibly powerful, because it feels like the souls that have spent a long time shrinking themselves. Many of you, Scorpio, Sag, have been shrinking yourself, maybe staying quiet to avoid conflict, emotionally carrying other people, trying to keep everyone happy, maybe abandoning their own truth for temporary harmony. It's like your soul's craving freedom now, and the Scorpio energy can become deeply emotionally entangled, while the Sag energy craves truth, expansion, liberation. So what I'm getting here is that This Taurus New Moon feels like Spirit's helping you break out of some sort of emotional cages that just no longer align with who you're becoming. And honestly, some of those cages just may not be physical. It could be old beliefs, guilt, fear of disappointing others, toxic attachments, emotional obligations, survival identities. And here Spirit is saying you are allowed to choose yourself. And for some of you souls here are realizing that you may feel both empowering and terrifying at the same time with that realization. Okay, having a look at your shadow message here, 5s could be a significant number for you. Life path number, it could be a month number for you. It could just be a synchronicity that you've been seeing, the number 5. Moon cycles could be also significant. I mean, we are doing a new moon reading here. This actually feels very exhausting, this shadow message, what the Taurus energy wants you to stop clinging to. Because what I'm getting here is that your souls, many of your souls, to stop clinging to conflict. This Taurus energy is calling in for you to stop clinging to conflict, chaos, competition, emotional tension, and environments that just constantly drain your nervous system. I feel like some of you may have become so used to emotional intensity that peace almost feels unfamiliar. This is like that constant strain, constant stress, arguing, inner conflict, some of that, like it could be power struggles, chaotic environments, emotional defensiveness, feeling like you constantly have to fight for your place. But Spirit's saying that you don't need to live in survival mode forever. I also feel like this card is strongly connected to internal conflict, right? A part of you wants to move forward. A part of you still fears change. A part of you craves freedom. A part of you fears what happens when you finally let go. But the Taurus energy also asks or wants grounded peace, not constant emotional warfare. Emotional warfare, yeah. Some Scorpio Sag souls here are learning that not every challenge deserves your energy anymore. I'm hearing protecting your peace is becoming part of your spiritual evolution. Okay, interesting that we got 4 cards out here. The number 4s could be significant as well here for your manifestation message. What will bloom if you trust in the divine timing? Judgment, Temperance, 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands reversed. I feel like this is major healing and liberation energy. Judgment says here that your souls are going through a profound spiritual awakening and life review during this Taurus New Moon cycle. Perhaps some of you are seeing yourself differently, seeing your patterns differently, seeing your life differently, and Spirit's showing this rebirth energy here. Not surface level change, but deep soul transformation. Temperance is like it feels like that healing after emotional extremes. Balance returning, peace returning, alignment returning. Some of you just finally learning to stop swinging between emotional overwhelm and emotional avoidance. Temperance feels like the Spirit is slowly helping you reconnect with your inner harmony. Six of Swords is that transition energy, alright? Leaving behind difficult waters. But there's a lot of orange here. It's like you moving towards what excites you, your passions. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, moving away from cycles that just exhausted you. And this feels very calming. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because you're no longer trying to carry everything alone. Underneath all of this, we do have that 10 of Wands here reversed, and wow, phew, okay, like this feels like a release, right? Burnout is ending. Over responsibility is ending. Emotional overload lifting. Some of you have been carrying pressure, expectations, pain, emotional burdens for far too long, and Spirit's like saying, hey, you just were never meant to carry all of this forever. Yeah, this Taurus New Moon, I feel like it's a powerful turning point where the Scorpio, Sag, Cusp souls begin releasing survival mode and reclaiming emotional freedom. Not through force, not through chaos, but through healing. And honestly, the greatest manifestation blooming for you may just be external success. May not just be external success. Maybe it's going to be peace, real peace, the kind that your soul has secretly been craving for a long time. So beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. I'm sending you so much love and light, and thank you for being subscribers at the Mystical Soul Tribe, and I'll check you in the next one. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Let's have a look at the message from Mother Earth, from the Taurus New Moon. Let's have a look, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button and leaving comments. Okay, this one. Peace of the soul. Peace is born from surrender, not control. When you release the need to fix everything, your spirit finally finds rest and clarity. The energy feels deeply mature, emotional, clarifying, and destined for you. You are the bridge between fire and earth, right? Between expansion and structure, between dreaming big and building something real. And honestly, like Spirit's showing here that this new moon is helping many Sag, Capricorn, Cusp souls finally release emotional pressure where they were never meant to carry alone. Peace of the soul. It feels incredibly important here because I feel like Spirit is saying the Sagittarius energy naturally seeks answers, movement, and meaning, while the Capricorn energy feels responsible for holding everything together. And somewhere along the way, many Sag Cap souls may have developed the belief that if you don't handle everything, things will fall apart. If you rest, you're failing. If you let go of control, you lose stability. And I feel like this Taurus energy is teaching you something different now. Peace is not weakness, rest is not laziness, surrender is not failure. Spirit's showing here that many of you are mentally and emotionally exhausted from constantly trying to fix situations, fix people, predict outcomes, stay emotionally prepared for the worst case scenarios, and carry responsibilities alone. And honestly, like, your nervous system may just be craving stillness more than you realize. Like, this new moon feels like Spirit is gently guiding you back towards emotional grounding, trust, and inner calm. Your shadow message feels very layered. I feel like the Taurus energy is exposing relationship dynamics, emotional imbalance, communication issues, or it could be social connections that just no longer align with your peace. Some Sag Caps here, souls, may feel emotionally torn between logic, emotional independence, and connection, protecting yourself and staying open-hearted. Yeah, I mean, we do have the King of Swords and we have the Queen of Swords, right? It feels emotionally guarded, analytical, detached, or highly protective, while here is the Queen of Cups, still deeply feels everything underneath. The Three of Cups is like giving me the energy that Spirit is showing here that complicated social dynamics, emotional draining friendships, third-party energy, people-pleasing in relationships, feeling emotionally misunderstood in groups, trying to maintain harmony while soundly overwhelmed. Some of you have learned to internalize your feelings instead of fully processing them emotionally, while others may constantly play the role, the strong one, while secretly needing support yourselves. I'm hearing communication is the key. Okay, Taurus what I'm saying here is the Taurus energy is saying that you do not have to emotionally manage everybody around you to deserve connection. I'm also hearing here a strong message about boundaries, that not every connection deserves unlimited emotional access to you. Interesting. Okay, so if you trust in the divine timing, we have the Lovers with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. It feels incredibly significant. The Lovers is not just romantic energy, right? I heard alignment. Alignment in relationships, soul connections, purpose, values, life direction, authentic choices. Some of you souls are entering a season where major soul-aligned decisions just begin shaping your future. And honestly, I feel like this Taurus New Moon feels fated. I'm hearing the number 6 could be significant, the number 3 as well. You might have been seeing the synchronicities of 3s and 6s. Doesn't have to be. The Wheel of Fortune is under this, says that cycles are shifting. Destiny is moving, timing is moving and changing. Things that once felt blocked to suddenly may begin aligning differently. Some of you, this could be soul connections, okay? Some of you it could. Some of you, it's healthier partnerships. Maybe it's going to be important collaborations. Life-changing choices, career alignment, spiritual purpose awakening, finally maybe choosing yourself. I also feel the energy that some of you souls are finally learning that love and success do not have to come through suffering. I mean, the Taurus energy of the new moon wants sustainable happiness, not that constant emotional survival mode. And with the Lovers, Spirit's saying here that trusting in the divine timing brings relationships and opportunities that align with your soul instead of draining it. And the new moon feels like this major energetic turning point where the Capricorn Cusp souls maybe like stop trying to force everything into place and just start allowing destiny to guide them towards what is truly meant for them. Not rushed, not chaotic, but aligned. And honestly, the alignment may just change your entire future. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love and light. Orange flowers could be significant for some of you, and white flowers. Snakes shedding skin. I just heard snakes in the grass coming to light. Interesting. So beautiful souls, thank you for liking the video, hitting the like button, leaving comments, and being subscribers here. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one. Hey, beautiful Capricorn Aquariuses, let's dive in and see what is the message from Mother Earth using this beautiful, mysterious magic tarot cards. Let's get it again. We have light of hope. Light of hope. No darkness can silence your inner stars. I feel like this Taurus New Moon energy feels hopeful, healing, and deeply destined for you. I mean, you are the bridge between the air and the earth, between structure and innovation, between responsibility and vision. And honestly, like Spirit's showing here that many Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp souls are finally beginning to see the light returning after a long emotional or spiritual winter. Yeah, the light of hope. No darkness can silence your inner stars. It's like, it feels incredible, beautiful, and emotional. Yeah, because many Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp souls have quietly carried heavy burdens for a long time. Some of you have gone through some sort of emotional isolation. Some of you, it's disappointment, burnout, uncertainty, feeling misunderstood, spiritually exhausted, spiritual exhaustion for some of you. Perhaps some of you, it's periods where maybe you questioned your direction, but Spirit is like saying here, your life, something about your life, your light never disappeared. Even in your darkest seasons, there was still something inside of you refusing to give up. Capricorn energy endures, right? The Aquarius energy keeps envisioning a better future. So I feel like this Taurus New Moon is like Spirit is gently rekindling your faith in what is possible again. I also feel strong healing around hope itself. Some of you may have become emotionally guarded because life just kept forcing you into survival mode. Yeah, Spirit's saying that you're not meant to stay in emotional frozen forever. Yeah, your shadow message, we have that Wheel of Fortune and Six of Cups here. It feels a little bit karmic. Taurus energy wants many Capricorn and Aquarius Cusp souls on this Taurus New Moon to stop clinging to past cycles that your soul has already outgrown. Some of you may still feel emotionally revisited by old relationships, maybe old memories, old identities, people from the past, the what could have beens, karmic situations that have already completed their lesson. Yeah, but the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, Spirit is saying here that destiny is trying to move your life forward, but part of your energy may still be emotionally tied to the past. Six of Cups is like nostalgic, right? So some of you have maybe romanticized versions of people or situations because they represent familiarity, comfort, or emotional safety during certain seasons of life. Like Spirit saying, not every past connection belongs to your future or belongs in your future. This is also, it feels connected to inner child healing, that some of you may still carry that emotional patterns that is connected to abandonment or emotional distance, or perhaps even feeling like you had to grow up too quickly. I feel like this Taurus New Moon energy that's coming through wants you to stop carrying old emotional timelines into your new chapter, because destiny cannot fully shift while your soul is still arched in the yesterday. Now, your manifestation here is quite beautiful. The Four of Wands and the Star. A lot. This is actually beautiful energy. All right. Beautiful, because this feels like healing, stability, alignment, emotional fulfillment. Slowly blooming together. Yeah, because the Four of Wands is about that stability, celebrations, it's home energy, it's milestones, it's aligned relationships, it's community, peace after struggle. Combined with the Star, I feel like this feels deeply healing and hopeful. Passionate healing, almost, I'm getting. Spirit's also showing here that my Aquarius Cusps, souls are finally entering a chapter where your nervous system can begin relaxing again, like building that peaceful home, that stable love, soul tribe connections, healing dynamics, healing family dynamics. spiritual healing, achieving those important milestones, creative dreams manifesting, emotional renewal. Yeah, this is like divine guidance with the star here returning after confusion. Some of you may slowly begin feeling inspired again, passionate again, hopeful, connected to yourselves. Honestly, I feel like one of the most spiritual healing energies so far. Yeah, this really does feel like that. One of the most spiritual healing energies so far. The Taurus energy from this new moon is not promising overnight transformation, though it is promising sustainable peace. The kind of peace that is built carefully, honestly, intentionally. So I feel like my Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp souls are becoming more visible during this new moon cycle. I'm hearing recognition, authenticity, creativity, healing gives some of you spiritual alignment. Spirit saying here that you've survived that dark chapter. Now it's time to allow yourself to believe in the beautiful one that's trying to begin. This Taurus new moon feels like the beginning of an emotional restoration for my Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp souls. A chapter where hope slowly becomes stronger than fear again. So beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Let me know in the comments how this resonated or helped you in any sort of way. I'm sending you love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one. Hey, Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp, welcome in. Let's dive in and have a look at what is the message from Mother Earth, and then your shadow message and your manifestation message. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you for hitting the like button, and thank you for leaving comments regarding the Taurus new moon reading messages that I had out for you, beautiful souls. Let's dive in. Thank you, angels, ancestors, all of the highest light and good. Please come through for our Pisces, Aries, Cusps. I feel like we've got two cards here. Core of the light. Deep within your heart, there is a core urging you towards the light and freedom. Trust that every step you take gently guides you closer to your true home. Here we have blessing from the universe. The universe is preparing you for an abundance of blessings beyond your imagination. Wow. I feel like this Taurus new moon energy feels deeply spiritual, healing, and divinely guided for you here. You are the bridge between air and water, between the vision and intuition, between collective consciousness and soul sensitivity. And honestly, Spirit is showing here that many of the Aquarius, Pisces, Cusps are standing at the edge of a profound spiritual awakening and life transition during this new moon cycle. Yeah, we have the core of light and the blessing from the universe. Wow, okay, so it feels incredible, sacred here, because the reason why I'm saying is some of the Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp souls may have felt lost lately. Some of you disconnected, emotionally exhausted, uncertain about where life is leading you. But Spirit is saying that you've been guided even when the path felt a little bit unclear or feels unclear. The light of core, the core of the light, it feels like your soul awakening to something deeper. Some of you may suddenly feel drawn towards spiritual growth, healing work, creative expression, solitude for clarity, soul-aligned relationships, purpose work, leaving environments that no longer resonate. And honestly, this feels less like chasing something and more like remembering who you truly are underneath the noise of the world. Blessing from the universe. It feels incredibly abundant as well, this one here. Like the Spirit's actually showing here quiet blessings preparing themselves behind the scenes. Emotional healing, I'm hearing for some of you. Divine protection, unexpected opportunities, spiritual clarity, supportive people, creative breakthroughs. I heard almost something, almost want to say background. Creative background. Future abundance. Okay. This Taurus New Moon energy is coming through, reminding you that blessings often grow slowly before they fully arrive physically. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at this shadow message here. The Ace of Wands, very interesting, because normally the Ace of Wands feels exciting, passionate, inspirational, movement, fire energy, you know, but the shadow position here, it feels like maybe that this Taurus New Moon might be asking some of you to stop impulsively chasing every spark without grounding yourselves first. You know, some of you may just jump very quickly towards excitement, fantasy, temporary inspiration, emotional, intense connections, or maybe ideas without stable foundations. And what Spirit is saying is not every spark is meant to become a wildfire. The Aquarius energy also, it seeks innovation and excitement, right? Pisces is that energy that dreams endlessly. Taurus energy wants sustainability. So some of you souls may still cling to the potential instead of reality, especially in relationships, dreams, or situations where maybe you keep hoping something will eventually become what it currently is not. I'm hearing ground your visions so that they can actually grow. There's also a message here about burnout. Some of you may constantly chase the next thing, the next idea, the next emotional high, while secretly exhausting yourselves spiritually and emotionally. Because the Taurus energy wants consistency now, right? Stability, rootedness, peace. Your manifestation message here, I'm not going to even pick up the cards with the light shining there, it just blows the cards. I feel like here with the Hermit reversed and strength, this is very powerful, right? The Hermit reversed says that a lot of you souls are beginning to emerge from a long season of isolation, introspection, emotional withdrawal, or maybe it's that spiritual solitude. So some of you may have spent a long time healing quietly behind the scenes. And honestly, I feel like the people around you may not even realize how much you've actually been carrying internally. But with strength here, I'm hearing the period wasn't wasted. It built resilience, wisdom, emotional endurance, self-awareness, spiritual maturity. And so this Taurus New Moon feels like it's a beginning of re-entering life differently, not from a wounded survival mode, but from inner strength. So some of your my beautiful Aquarius Pisces cusp souls here may slowly begin reconnecting socially, sharing your gifts, opening up your hearts again, trusting yourselves, stepping maybe into visibility, rebuilding confidence, maybe even feeling emotionally stronger. Strength here also reminds you of your true power, that your true power is gentle. Yeah, that true power is gentle. That you do not need to force your future into existence. You don't need to constantly prove your worth. And you do not need to spiritually exhaust yourself chasing signs. Yeah, Spirit is saying here that what is aligned for you will unfold steadily as you continue becoming the version of yourself capable of holding it. And honestly, the Taurus New Moon feels like a spiritual homecoming for you. A slow but beautiful return back to yourself, back to your intuition, and back to the light of your soul. Back to the light your soul was always meant to carry. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here, letting me know how this resonated or helped you in any sort of way. Hitting that like button, being subscribers here. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I'll definitely check you around in the next one.